and we are here once again to share with you a testimony from our community. I was working for Boeing's, and we were building 737s, and I was off work this particular day, and we were playing basketball, me and some friends, and I broke a bone in on the side of my foot. I broke and so I don't know how long I went with that bone broken like that, but it was probably a month and a half, or 2 months maybe. And finally, it was swollen and stuff like that. But anyway, so I finally went to a doctor, and he said that I had a pretty serious fracture and that he needed to repair it. He was an orthopedic surgeon. And so I agreed, and we set a time and a date and all this stuff. And so I had the surgery. It was major surgery. And what he did, he said he re-broke the bone and set it. That's what he told me he had to do. And the doctor explained to me that I would have to stay at home with my leg propped up for, I think he said, approximately 6 to 8 weeks. I mean, not stay at home, but pretty much I couldn't go to work and walk on my leg or my foot or whatever for 6 to 8 weeks. And mostly when I'm able to keep my leg propped up, my foot propped up. But I told him, I said, sir, I said, hold it, doc, I cannot do this. I work for Boeing's. They're really strict, and I don't want to lose my job. And hey, this is something that I cannot do. I cannot do this. I won't do it. So I suggested to him myself, well, what about a walking cast? Where I could still walk and not put pressure and damage where the surgery was. He said, oh yeah, well, that'll work. So he gave me a walking cast and some medication, pain pills, and I went, about my daily activities and drinking and partying and doing what I, did back in those days. And of course I was still able to go to work. But the thing is that the pain medication, oh my goodness, the pain medication was a new one for me. And so I began to take them. I was drinking already at the time, but the pain pills were a new, a new world for me, because I really enjoyed the way they made me feel. So I would drink on them, and of course you're not supposed to do that, but I would. And so I liked the pain medication. I liked the pills. I liked the way they made my body feel and everything else. So what I did eventually, if I remember right, I kind of slacked off of my drinking because the pills kind of took the place of that pretty much. And so, make a long story short, if I can, I became over I think a few months or so highly addicted. I mean, I was really, really addicted to the pain medication. And I would get them from different pharmacies, and I would buy, bottles of pain pills from different people. And I was still working at Boeing's, and I was doing pretty good financially, and I was very deep into addiction. And even though I wasn't saved or a Christian at the time, my father was a Baptist preacher, and he, of course, had been praying for his family, his children, etc. So God had mercy on me. I became very distraught. I was in a bad shape. No, my money wasn't right. I didn't have the pills to take. I wasn't able to get any. I was withdrawing. It was a terrible time and a terrible day for me. Just, things wasn't going well. I wasn't able to, bebop around and enjoy the pills and just drive around. I was doing bad. I don't know what happened, but my money was very low. My body really needing the narcotic that was in the pain pill. And it was actually codeine that was in the pill. That my body was withdrawing because it needed the codeine. It wanted the codeine so I could pretty much act and be normal. But I didn't have the pill. So I called my father, and I think I called him first, but I went over his house, and, I was just sad, and, he seen me crying, and I was just doing bad that day. And I told him, I opened up and shared with him that I was addicted to these pain pills, and I was having a terrible time. And my father got very sad when he heard that, because he had no idea. And so he got, I don't remember exactly the whole routine, but him and I left together and went to one of his, I think he was a member of a different a church here, or he was a associate pastor or something. It was a long time ago. And so him and the pastor, I think it was maybe 80. But anyway, and Elder Beecham, here comes the miracle. Him and Elder Beecham prayed with me. And I mean, I just let loose. I was just, tears was falling. I was just sad and crying. I was just a broken young man, I'm, in bad shape. And so, and they laid hands on me, him and my father, and they prayed with me and for me. And all the withdrawal symptoms left. I mean, it's just like somebody snatched a big heavy winter coat off you when you're standing out in the snow or something, and they just snatch it off of you, and you jump and look around like, oh, what happened? Where did my coat go? What's going on? It just peeled off of me. The withdrawal symptoms left. God did a miracle on me or in me, however you want to say it, but he wiped it away. His power took it away. And so I just wanted to share this story. Hopefully somebody, anybody, will grab a hold of that short story, that testimony, and God will help them to come through the same thing. I thank you for listening, and I hope I didn't hold you too long. So I'm James, founder of It's Not Over Yet Ministries. Subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment for us. Have a good day. Bye-bye.